Okay, so let us take a look at tables in HTML. Okay, so there are several types of information that needs to be displayed in a grid or a table form. For example, we can have sports results, stocks reports, train timetables, and many others. Okay, so what a table? Before we continue, a table represents information in a grid format. Okay, you can put your answers in the comment section. Okay, but for me, I define tables as a representation of information in a grid format. For example, tables include examples of tables include financial reports, TV schedules, sports results, and many more others. So let us take a look at the basic table structure. So the table has tags, okay, that are used. So the first one, the major one, it's called the table tag. The table tag, and this tag, the table tag is used to create a table. Okay, the content of the table are written out row by row. Okay, so here we have another one which is called the law. Okay, so inside it here, inside the table, we have another element which is called the table law. Okay, so this law, this table table law elements indicate the start of each law using the opening tr tag and the closing, and you should note that this one stands for table row. Okay, and it is followed by one or more td, which is the table data. Okay, so here let me show you. Inside this one, it is where we put the td, which is the table data. Table data. Okay, table data there, inside there. And if you have there is also another one, because every table has a heading, it should have some headings, for each column. Okay, so to put headings, we use the th. Okay, I'm sorry for that, th. Okay, th, this one stands for table head. Okay, and the th element is used just like the td element, but its purpose here is to represent the headings for either a column or a row. Okay, and the th stands for table headings. Okay, so even if a cell has no content, you should still use a td, okay, or th element to represent the presence of an empty cell. Otherwise the table will not render correctly. Okay, so let us take a look at how to use them. For example, here we can have our data, like here the first row table data, like f name, first name, first name. Here we can have th second name. Here we can have th, which is the phone. No, let us put the h here, h. So this is the head. This will be our headings. Then, and we go to another row. This other row, oh no, I'm sorry. So this other row, it is going to contain the first name, second name. So the first person is going to have this table data. So the first person, the first is Rashid. Then the second table data, the second is Omar. Then age is please, this is not my exact age. Okay, 19. This is not my exact age. Okay, you should not take that. Okay, then we should create another table row, table data, which is like Shafiq, then another table data which is Arhamiz, then another table data which is 24, like that. So if we create those rows and we save, I see we now get our table which is in this format. Okay, first name, this column, okay, Rashid Shafiq, then second name, okay, this information, then age, okay. That is it. Yeah, that's how we can create our table. Okay, okay, this is just the basic type of table you can create. But for instance, if there is a table you want to create when it is having long data, okay, so this one, it is called they are called long tables. So if you want to work with those long tables which have long a lot of data, we should use the t head tag. This t head tag, yeah, it should the headings of the table should sit inside the t head element. Okay, so and another one is the t body, and the body should sit inside the t body element, and the last one is the t foot, and the footer belongs inside the t foot element. Okay, so let us take a look at how we can use it. Okay, let us take a look at how we can use it. Okay, so let us take a look at the long tables. Yeah, so here I've created a long table here. You can also try to create it. It is here. So this, it starts from here, from here, table here, and it goes down there, down up to here, up to there. So this is how we can create long tables using the t head, t body, and t foot. Okay, so remember that we said that t head, inside the t head, it is where all the information that is going in the head is placed. Okay, so here under the t head, so we create our table using the table element, and then inside the table element we have the head, the body, and then the footer. Okay, so here under the head we have a law. Okay, a law which contains date, income, and expenditure, which are headings here. And when I try to run my code, okay, we have here this law. Okay, this law here, date, income, and expenditure. And when we go down, or Control C, then when we go down, that is the table head. Yeah? So this is the head. This is this one. It is the head. This one. So, and when we go onto the body, inside the body, we have three laws. Yeah? The first law contains data, which contains some information, yeah? And it contains the th, which is the heading. Okay, in this first law, okay, it is a head, yeah? So it is a heading, this one. Then the rest, it is a table. They are table data. These rest here, these two are like the table data. These two. Then we go on to the next. So with this one, let me show you this one. We have a tutor. Then let me show you when I try to run my code. So when I try to run my code, this law, it is showing 1st January. This one, this law, 1st January. Then the income, this amount, then expenditure, this amount. Okay, so when we go into the second, we have 2nd January. This one, it is in bold because it is a table head. This one, table head, and it has the income in this month. It is this one. Even the expenditure is this one. Okay, so this one, table data. So those are the laws. Those are that's how we can use long tables. So when we go into the footer, that's the body. When we go into the footer, we have this information. Okay, so inside the footer we have a law. Okay, this law contains table data. This one, it is an empty cell. This one here is an empty cell. This one here is an empty cell, and it has the table data, which is this amount. Yeah, it has even this one, which is this amount. Okay, so that is it. That's how we can use long tables. Okay, so we can also apply some designs. Okay, we can also apply some designs like borders. Okay, width, spacing. Okay, yeah, and even background. You can also apply some background. So let us take a look at how we can apply some spacing. Okay, let us see how we can apply some spacing. Okay, so to put some spacing and width, we use the width. So let us try with this table, the first table, this table. So let us go into this first table, this one, the first table, this one. So this first table, in order to put some spacing, so for instance, if I want to put a spacing between these two, so that this one, the first column occupies a larger distance, larger width, like the length. So what I should do is I go inside this head, the first one, and I specify that width, I want it to be equals to 150. And when I save, I see this one is now occupying a larger space, this one, the first one. And if I want to do it on the second or last, I do the same. So for instance, here on the last, let me do the same. For example, here, like width equals to like 50. Let me set it to 50. And when I save, I think we extend a small distance. And if I make it more, like 150, also we get long. I think we get long length. Okay, that's it. That's how we can add width and some spacing. Okay, that's how we can do it. So let us see how we can apply some borders and backgrounds. So to apply some borders and backgrounds, we use the border. So we go inside our table. So we want to apply some border. So we specify using the border tag. So this border tag takes in an int. Okay, it is a string like, but it should be a number like 7. Okay, this one, it will apply like the border width, like the width. Okay, this one, I think it is now being applied, this width. So it is 7, and if I reduce it to, we are going to get a small one. So I think it is small. Yeah. So how to apply background? So to apply background, it is the same. We can use background. Let me first test background, which is equals. Let me apply like some colors. Let me use some IDs, some colors like that one, and we specify like let us use the same FF like that, and we save. Now it's white. Okay, so let us take like FF990 like that, and we save. No. So let me increase this color. Just fail to apply. Okay, so instead of using this background, we use biggie. We use the biggie color, background color. So we use biggie color, that one, biggie color. It will apply the colors of the background. But what are we getting? Okay, we are getting different colors. Let me set to be this one. Okay, Ctrl Z. So biggie color. So if we use biggie color, we are going to get this kind of color. I think there are some simple errors, but let us go with this. So I think we are now able to change the colors. Okay, so that's how we can do it. So in summary, we have seen that the table element, the table element is used to add the tables to a web page, and the table is drawn out row by row, and each row is created with the tr element. Okay, inside each row there are a number of cells represented by the td element, okay, or th, if it is a header. Okay, so you can make cells of a table span more than one row or column using the row span or column span attributes. Okay, so we have not seen about column span and row span. So let us take a look at how we can use spanning. How we can apply spanning. Okay, so let us see. For example, we have here our data, here table data. Where is our data? We have here our our data here. So let us use low span, like low span, that one. I want to show you how you can use it. So let us move it 4 and we save. So where there is Omar icing, it is now occupying 1. Also icing, so icing Omar is now 1. So that's how we can use table span. As you can see the effects, even this one, let us put it here, low span, and we see the effects, what it can do. Put 2, control save. I see what it does, it moves this one to this direction. Okay, so that's how we can use the low span. Even we can use a column span. Okay, so to use column span, we shall see that, but we use to use column span, we use it in the same way as we use low span. For example, here let us set like low. This was low, then let us set column span, which is 5, and if we save, I see it spans, yeah, in terms of columns. Okay, so that's it. That's how we can use them. We just put them inside the data or header tag, the TD tag, or inside the th tag. Okay, so that we can use it. That's how we can do it. That's how we can use it. So we have seen that. We have seen also how we can make cells of a table span more than one row or column using the low span or column span attributes. Okay, so for long tables, you can split the tables into a T head, a T body, and a T foot. Okay, so we have seen all that. Okay, so play around with them. Okay.